episode of PO Sports Talk. I'm Lizzie Arbogast along with Sean Michael, and we have a ton to talk about tonight because there's a ton of games left before next week's deadline?
Thursday. District 3 deadline is next Thursday. We have so many teams with like 5 games left. I don't even know how they're supposed to play them all.
I don't get it. Hope to God it doesn't snow as bad as we think it is tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Shippensburg boys. They're 14th.
Yes.
Yep. Quad A. Waynesboro boys are 22nd.
22nd. And they have to play Shippensburg.
20 advanced, and they have to play Shippensburg Co. So upset city could get them into the playoffs.
Going to need it.
They're going to need it for sure. James Buchanan girls are 16th.
Right in there, right inside, yep.
Out of 18 for AAA girls, and Greencastle is fine.
They're good. Yeah, they're fine. They're 5th right now, but they've only played 17 games. They've got 4 or 5 left. So if they win out, which I think everyone believes they should. They'll be right up there, top 3 probably, top 4. So.
I guess the big ones are probably, Waynesboro is at this point. Waynesboro is making a push, and Shippensburg. I talked to Coach Daver, and they'd like a couple places.
Right.
I mean, they're pretty much set in making it. I mean, unless they crash and burn, which I don't see happening.
No.
But they do face, I think, 3 of their last 5 opponents are AAA.
Oh, wow.
So they can't really afford any losses.
They definitely have to win out. Well, they want to win out.
They want to win out.
I think I saw right now they're if it ended today, they'd face Hempfield in the first round.
Right. So Saber said if he thinks they can go 4-1 at least.
Yeah.
And that might move them up a place or 2, which he would like.
Absolutely.
So let's get right into it. Let's start with Friday's games. Chambersburg is hosting Cumberland Valley. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Yet again, we saw how both those games ended up last night. Not good.
Not good at all.
Not good. Probably the big one is the rematch of the boys Southern Fulton McConnellsville game, which we will have live streamed.
Check it out.
On GameTimePA.com. I know you guys were itching for that last time, so we got it set up, and I'm hoping that McConnellsville gives Southern Fulton a better show.
I really think it's going to be a lot closer. I know the second time McConnellsburg's faced some teams, they put more pressure on Chase Novak to make plays, and it's resulted in a couple losses here. So I think Coach Pollock is going to try to maybe change some things up. Somebody else is going to have to score other than Chase Novak for them to put up a fight against Southern Fulton, who we know they're just good all around.
Which they can do, though. I mean, Ian Chittle has scored quite a few. Sean Garlock has been coming on strong here lately. But I did talk to Chase Novak on Twitter, actually. He was at the Southern Fulton James Buchanan game, in which Southern Fulton just looked nasty.
Yeah.
And he even said, I mean, it's hard to find a flaw in their game right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So I suggested throw a jump defense at him and see if maybe they get uncomfortable or something.
Yeah, and try to keep Connor Linton away from the paint, whether he's rebounding or scoring in there. I feel like the more you have Connor Linton on the outside, the better chance you have. And it's still not a good chance because he can shoot too. But the best chance, you limit as much as he can do if you keep him on the outside.
Right. And then also the Shippensburg at Waynesboro boys game should be.
And it's huge for both teams.
It's really big for both teams. It's at Waynesboro, so I think they'll have a little bit of advantage because their student section is usually pretty good, and they will be, I'm sure, for this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time of year where all the teams are hyped and ready to go. It's just going to be who executes better, and we know when Shippensburg's on their game, they're one of the best teams in the area at executing on both sides of the ball. But, Waynesboro can do the same with that press defense they run. You never know.
And when they shoot well.
Absolutely.
Their three-pointer's been coming back on, I think, the way that Coach Hoffman would have liked it, too.
I would say Connor Federhoff probably needs double figures for them to win this game.
I would agree, which he didn't have the first time that they played, I don't think, or 10 or 11.
Right.
But he has been coming on strong lately. I mean, his average, I think, went up by like 1.5 points this week. He had a couple big games.
Yeah, they need that.
And they're on a 2-game win streak, both in which he had 19 and 22, I think.
Yeah.
So, and then on Saturday, we have our annual Dunks for Drew showcase, which benefits the Drew Michael Taylor Foundation. That's Randy Taylor, who's now an assistant at Chambersburg, and his wife set it up after the death of their 3-year-old son in a car accident. So this is a great cause. So all the proceeds go to the foundation. That it's very close to Coach Streffler's heart, very close to Coach Mike Ryan's heart. A lot of people are involved in this. So we got a good slate of games with Greencastle versus Gettysburg, girls then boys, then Shippensburg versus Chambersburg, girls then boys, starting at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. 4 good games, 3 local teams, and support a great cause. I mean, there's no better reason to come and, enjoy some high school basketball on Saturday and, help out the foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
And the biggest game of that day with implications, again, is the Shippensburg-Chambersburg boys game. I talked to Streffler today, and he said, just because they're in the Colonial Division and they're supposed to not beat us doesn't mean they can't beat, they have a chance.
It's going to be a good game. I would almost give Shippensburg the edge just because their defense is so good, and Chambersburg's had such a hard time scoring points lately, only in the 30s again last night. And against that Shippensburg defense, you've got to score. They've got to score more than 30 points because I guarantee with Wade Mills and Tegan Staver and Nick Jacoby and Bryce Hastings, they're going to score more than 35, 40 points.
Right. And also on Saturday, the rematch of Cumberland Valley Christian at Shalom Christian. Boys and girls. The girls play at 3, the boys play at 4:30. Always like a good local competition.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if the boys can put up a good fight this time. It's going to be tough for the CVC girls against Shalom, who's just stacked. But CVC boys, they can get hot on offense. It really comes down to them and their defense.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I said, lots of stuff going on. Only a week left in, District 3 regular season anyway.
District 5's got an extra week, I believe. They are an extra week. So.
But our local teams look good over there.
Yeah, they do.
So, until next week, enjoy the games.